We're back for another one. I'm here in the King's kitchen. I'm going to show you how to do the King's recipe barrel-aged Manhattan. Fortunately, the jester couldn't be with us today. He's indisposed in the bathroom. Dude ate a little bit too much of his mom's meatloaf again, and he's been sharting up a storm. So my condolences go out to the jester. Now, what's interesting about the Manhattan is it's a mixture of whiskey. I usually prefer to make it with rye. Now, rye whiskey is made from rye, and we're using today the Hudson Manhattan rye whiskey. This one comes from upstate New York in Gardner. This is a 100% rye mash bill. So we're going to be using that. My recipe is 2 to 1. So it's 2 parts whiskey, and it could be bourbon or rye, to 1 part vermouth. The vermouth that we're using is called Gonzalez Bypass in Jerez, Spain. This is a sherry cask vermouth. So again, 1 part vermouth, 2 parts whiskey, and then I like to add 3 different types of bitters. A lot of these you could find on Amazon. So this is a black walnut bitter. So they'll take like black walnut syrup, make some bitters with it. This one you could find at most liquor stores. Orange bitters, and then Peychaud bitters. This one you might have to get on Amazon. And in case you didn't see, I'll just bring this a little closer. So I'm doing Manhattan rye whiskey. They just relabeled these, by the way. So if you see them, they have like this new label, but this is the older one. And then the sherry cask vermouth. Phenomenal stuff. So if you don't have a barrel at home, this is a 2-liter barrel. You could get these on Amazon as well. Just follow the directions to make sure that you do it good, because if you don't follow the directions and you don't put hot water in it to expand everything, when you go to put your whiskey in there, it's just going to leak out. You have to put hot water to expand the barrel to make sure that nothing leaks. Now, a lot of people discuss, where did the Manhattan come from? It was from Manhattan and this club where they were making this specific drink, and there's some lore behind it, and it was actually called the Manhattan Club in Manhattan back in the 1800s. But started somewhere in New York, because there's no real evidence behind some of the stuff you'll find on Wikipedia. Regardless of what it is, it's a really good drink. My personal preference is with rye. I've tried them with bourbon, but there's a lot of sweet flavors with bourbon, like caramel and vanilla and stuff, and I prefer the more spicy baking spice note that's a little bit more savory on the palate with the rye to match up with the sweet wine vermouth. So with that said, we're going to get to it. I'm going to show you how I barrel age, and then we're going to make one. This is for my leftover batch. Yo, shout out to Mike. This is a decanter. This is my leftover from batch 4. Okay, so this was aged in my barrel for about 6 months. Now you could go sooner. I'd recommend just tasting it. Get one with a spigot on the top. That way you could taste little nips. And just so you know, a nip, usually about 1 ounce. So we start out with the whiskey, and then we'll get it going from there. Yeah. All right, so we just put a whole barrel in of this. It's a 750 milliliter. So now we're going to go a half bottle on this, and then just kind of see where we're at, and then dump the rest of the whiskey in from there. So I'm using this to kind of judge it. We'll do a half a bottle. Yeah, it looks about half to me, maybe a little bit more. It's close enough. This isn't an exact science, boys. You can't really fuck it up. So don't go crazy measuring every single ounce, because it's not super important. You just want to get it close. The barrel is going to do most of the work for you, okay? Okay, so we're pouring in that nice sweet vermouth. It's going to give it some wine flavor, some sherry cask flavor, and it's all going to blend together in the barrel. All right, so now that we got that in, we're going to pour some more whiskey in. 2 parts whiskey, 1 part sweet vermouth. The other vermouth that I like, by the way, is called Antica, but I've tried a lot, and this particular vermouth is phenomenal. It's really good. It's definitely the King's favorite. So now we're going to finish off the vermouth until this is filled up. All right, so we got ourselves a Willet 2-ounce shot glass. We're just going to fill this bitch up. We're gonna go some orange. I'm gonna go some black walnut. Yeah, I like to do about a third of each. And Peychaud's. Now once you got all that set, we're gonna dump that in. And I'm doing approximately 1.5 to 2 ounces per barrel of this size. And now it's filled up. We're gonna cap it. I'm gonna give it a little shake. That's it with the barrel agent. So now we're gonna move on to actually making the drink. All right, so now we're gonna be making the drink. Things I'd recommend you get. Find this on Amazon. This is a culinary smoker, okay? You could also probably get this on Amazon. These are Hickory barrel wood chips, all right? So this is kind of like a culinary smoker. Get yourself a lighter. You know where to find those. Take an empty bottle. Doesn't matter what kind. I usually prefer something with a little bit wider top to easier pour the whiskey in, okay? You're going to need a cocktail glass. And you're also going to need a directionally frozen insulated ice maker. You can get these on Amazon. Directionally frozen means that it's freezing from the top down, so all the stuff kind of doesn't freeze in the bottom. It allows a lot of the impurities in the ice to escape down, so you get crystal clear ice. You're going to need a lemon and an orange, and you're also going to need a peeler. Can't make a Manhattan without the cherries. Luxardo cherries. So you're gonna peel out 1 cherry. If you like it a little bit sweeter, then go for 2, okay? So now we got our cherry. I'm just gonna set this over here. Next step is we're going to peel off a layer of lemon and a layer of orange. That's French for lemon and orange. So you're gonna rim job the glass. Don't be afraid to get in there, all right? Then we're gonna zest it. So we're gonna squirt the juice, and I like to do both sides, okay? Onto the ice. Then do the lemon. Rim job the lemon. Now, you're probably not gonna get this attention to detail at a bar. I guarantee you. You can't do it super fast, okay? So now that you got that, go through one side, pop it through the other, kind of create it like that. See? So we're going to stick this on the side. Now next, hopefully you can see it. This is a ice stamp. I got this custom made. It has my Whiskey King logo on it. So we're going to put this to the ice. It's naturally going to melt the ice and leave the Whiskey King logo into the ice. While I'm doing that, I'm going to get the whiskey ready. So what we want to do is pour our whiskey in here. And again, this is for my last batch. So once you complete part 1 of making the batch, then it's ready. You know, you want to taste it, see what it's going to go. Now, one thing I forgot to show you that I also like to do is a crystal mixer, okay? A spoon and a dumper. I just call it a dumper. We're going to cool it off first. Just because it's a little warm, it's been sitting in the barrel. I noticed the temperature was a little not where I wanted it. I prefer the Manhattan a little bit cooler. That's why I'm doing this. You don't always have to do it because we are going to put it on ice. I just wanted to make you aware. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to making this, and I want it exactly how I like it. Now that we got that, we're going to go back. Just wanted to cool her off a little bit. So now comes the fun part, the smoking. So we're going to get a little bit of wood chips. So you put the wood in the hole, fill up the wood, and now we're going to smoke her. Now you don't want to over smoke this, because you want each flavor to be present while you're drinking it. Too much smoke would overpower it. Turn it on, it's going to have a little fan inside that'll suck the smoke, and you just light up the wood. You can see it coming out right away. Usually wait for it to be pretty smoky like that. I'll get a little bit of smoke into the glass, and that's it. Put the cap on, and then we're gonna let it sit for like maybe 15 seconds. Give it a couple shakes. A little shake never hurt. Ready for the King's pour? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cheers, boys. Yo, yo, yo. Look at that goodness. We're gonna go to the wench in a second and see what she thinks. Wench! Come in and try this. Make sure it's fit for the king. This is my wench girl. What do you think?
It's a Manhattan 10
Oh, yeah?
out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Yeah.
I think it's time for the king to try. So, initially I get a burst of baking spice from the rye. Cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom, all those like baking spice flavors coming through. Immediately followed by the sweet vermouth, and then the finish is with some of the bitters. Now, being that I barrel aged it, I have tried making this mixture, unbarrel aged and barrel aged. The barrel aging really blends them well, so you can pick up all the subtle nuances of each particular flavor note I was describing.
Right,
It's really good. It's a hint of smoke, not overly smoked like I discussed. And then at the end, as you let the cherry soak in, because she's my little cherry, I'll let her have it. So hopefully this was helpful. And if you have any questions, just DM us on Instagram at Whiskey King Reviews. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you think. Good luck making it if you try it. Cheers, boys. Till next time.
Cheers, boys.
Yo, Jester, where are you at, man? You still in the bathroom? Yo, you still in there? We were just shooting the Manhattan video, and you've been in the bathroom the whole time. Oh, shit, dude. You hurting in there or what? Shit.
Do not go in there, man.
When you're happy and you know it, blow your vuvuzela.